mic with Mike.
On the mic with Mike.
On the mic with Mike.
On the mic with Mike.
I'm on the mic with Mike. He's like a guru.
No, he's a businessman with a great radio show.
And he supports the nonprofits.
Watch his show and grow.
Mike King is in the business. Mike King is in the business. Mike King is in the business. Mike King is in the business, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to On the Mic with Mike. It is the best business radio program around, coming to you live from ESPN Richmond Studios. That is the Mike King Business Global Empire. That's where we are here. It is ESPN Richmond 106.1, The Choice 105.3, as well as International Business Growth Radio. That's where we are Saturdays at 10 a.m. You can follow me on the social platforms, hashtag On the Mic with Mike RVA, as well as Mike King Biz. We got some new things that are rolling out for you, so stay tuned. We got some really outstanding new guests that are coming, but you know what? We left the light on. Friends of the family come back. We got in the building with us. So now this is different. So the man is here. He's a radio legend right here. We're here with Stop the Madness, but this is the first time over at ESPN.
That is correct.
So
yes.
Now we were down over at the conservative station before you set it on fire. You're doing a lot of great things. William Estamada is in the house, and he didn't roll solo today.
No, I sure didn't. I brought the Richmond Salsa guy, Richmond, the dance instructor.
How you guys doing? Everything good?
Everything is good. You look like a dance instructor. Hey, can you take somebody who has no moves? I'm the one brother with no moves.
Buddy, people with left feet, that's my specialty. I could get anybody to dance.
How about working with 1 foot?
No problemo. We
Stop
can do
the
that too.
Exactly. All right. So,
You can work on the hop.
that's right. We the old school hop. That's the Philly two-step, but only got one. Only got one step. All right. So William is here. Give us the 30-second elevator pitch, who you are, what you do. Then we're going to talk about the important stuff that we're here to talk about today.
So City Boy Music and Salsa guy Richmond.
Salsa guy
Yes.
Richmond.
So we're bringing the National Day of Salsa to Virginia,
Okay.
to the city of Richmond. It's an event on the 26th of March. There's going to be kicking off. Where's the location there?
This
Angel?
is going to be at Hardywood Craft Park Brewery, which is the Richmond location. And at 4 o'clock, we're going to be starting until 11:30, and we're going to have some free percussion lessons. So a gentleman named Alejandro Dieguez is going to be teaching everybody how to play the congas. Then after that, we have locals dance studios, and including myself, that are going to be teaching some dance lessons and dance lessons for kids as well. And all that portion there's for you for free.
And then, of course, then we're going to have the DJ Brazil that's going to be kicking it off at 8 o'clock. And we're going to have Pablo Perez, el alcalde de la salsa, that's going to be performing live with his band. Then we're going to have Edwin and Calvito Reyes coming from Florida. And we're also going to have Easy La Enfermera de la Salsa coming from DC.
Not only that, you can go to the event and make some money because we have a dance competition.
Oh, wow.
The first prize winner is $300, second $200, the third $100, and then to honor DJ friend of ours who passed last year, DJ Arduro, we're going to have a People's Choice Award.
So you're out there. If people don't think social media works, it does, because I see your name out there, out and about with salsa lessons and all kinds of things. Tell people how they can find you all the time. Then we're going to get back to this guy right here.
Listen, if you want to learn to dance salsa, just remember this: salsarichmond.com.
So wait a second.
Salsarichmond.com.
Where did he get that voice from?
That's a good question.
He just
Stop the madness.
Listen, I teach a lesson, and we have a dance on Saturday nights at a local at a winery.
Come on, man.
Richmond
Hold on,
Wine
man.
Station.
Okay, I was going to say you can't come here and
advertise other people.
Yeah, tell us where you go to. You got to show some love to them.
Okay, so the Richmond Wine Station, every Saturday night, I'm teaching a lesson. And the lesson is free, so you just come in there, have some fun, and want to celebrate your birthday, you can celebrate your birthday. And as I'm teaching the lesson at the end, I tell everybody, okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, everybody got the rhythm. And as they get the rhythm, I say, salsarichmond.com. And everybody walks out there saying, salsarichmond.com. So anything you want to know about dancing, you go to salsarichmond.com.
He's got that locked down.
He
What you
got-
think?
he got that, yeah.
Stop the madness.
He had he got that on point there. And you guys talk about, so one of the reasons we're here about the the strength of the Hispanic community here in Richmond. Let's talk a little bit about that, because you're at your own show. Talk about your show as well. Come on, man, show some love.
So I had the show called Stop the Madness Latino show, which was on the Ultra Radio Richmond. My contract was over with that.
Okay.
So I am definitely trying to work on to see. I put an application for WRIR. Hopefully it'll go through.
There you go. She's on Kim's on
Oh,
WRIR.
that's what's up. Yeah. So I'm hoping that they'll accept it so we can continue on with the show, which is a Spanglish show.
All right, so all the folks out there, I'm from Philly. Explain that technicality, that language called Spanglish. So explain to people what it is.
Yeah, so Spanglish is a mixture of English and Spanish put together. A little verbiage of each, because the youth today, the Latino youth, the Spanish is not really enforced in the household because of going outside and going to school and interacting with the other students. So when they get home, it's funny because when they get home, they speak English to their parents, where their parents turn around and speak Spanish to them. So this is where the Spanglish comes into.
So it starts off in English.
It starts off in Spanish and then it winds up in English.
And
so,
then it goes back and forth.
Yeah, it goes back and forth. So that's where Spanglish comes in. That's the reason why I built the show on Spanglish. So like that, we could try to get the youth more involved in more of the salsa, bachata, merengue genres.
On the mic with Mike, ESPN Richmond. That's where we are coming to you from the studios of ESPN Richmond. This is the Mike King Biz Radio Network. I'm a man of the people, so it was my obligation to explain to you listeners what exactly was Spanglish. Because people kind of wondered. There was a movie with that, but it didn't do any justice like you just did. So parents could get on their kids and start off in Spanish and end up in English, and whole combination of.
But what's mad about this is that on my show, I've had listeners that are calling that were not Spanish speaking or Latinos. They were Americans, just people speaking English and calling me, talking to me in English. They're like, hey, thank you so much, because now I love salsa, but I don't speak the language.
Alrighty. So now, sir, the name of your program is crazy. Yes, it is. Stop the Madness. You gotta show some love to our ESPN listeners of where that came from.
Stop the Madness.
Here we go. Go for it.
Stop
buddy.
the Madness.
Buckle up. We don't have money for a drum roll here, but this is worthy of a drum roll, sir. The floor is yours.
So Stop the Madness comes from when I was back in the days when I was a drill sergeant. I think that was 17 years ago since I posted on my Facebook when I was a drill sergeant. And my verbiage was not very well taken by the leadership. So every time I talk,
it was colorful.
It was very
Extremely.
colorful.
It was
very,
colorful.
Yeah.
Yes.
So every time I said a couple of those beautiful verbiages, I found myself in front of the sergeant major, the command sergeant major.
Yes.
And
which is not a good place to be.
No, it's not.
It's not.
It is
You're
not.
not getting promoted when you see the sergeant major.
You're not You're not even taking leave. Now you're weak and forget about it. And then of course after the command sergeant major, then they have to go see, if it gets worse, got to see the lieutenant colonel.
And then you got to go back. You got to go back to top after that. And
right. And then I was like, well, you keep getting me in trouble. So I was like, okay, so I have to choose my words wisely. So one of the phrases I used to say a lot was "stop the madness," but then it became such a habit of saying it to replace those beautiful verbiages that I used to say.
Because those words got attention.
The
words that you were giving out. Anyone who's ever been in the military understands those words.
Yeah.
So they were replaced with "stop
the madness." And I'm gonna tell you something. Anybody in the military that's been around me, if anybody says that word, that phrase, "stop the madness," they're gonna like, wait a minute. You know Estremera?
Exactly, because that is you.
Stop the madness.
And what it did was it replaced the structure that you had, which was colorful language, which we were all used to,
right,
in the military.
Yes, and
some version of that.
And it had both. It does definitely have a positive vibe to it, and not a negative vibe, because it's one of those things that if somebody did something outstanding, depending on how you put your face and your face expression, there's stop the madness.
That could be positive.
Yes, and then if you do something negative, you got to give that
stop the madness.
Stop the madness.
Right. And so okay.
Yeah.
See, ladies and gentlemen, that's what you tune in on the mic with Mike for. Those are life-changing lessons that we bring to you on a daily basis. Mike is here I got the man with the salsa plant in the building. How has the Latin community changed in Richmond over the last, say, 20 years?
I'm going to say that the community has grown. And we, when we think about salsa, we only think that it belongs to the Hispanic community. It actually belongs to everybody, because I know people that are from Russian descent, people that are from the Czech Republic, that are from Mexico, and from all over Central, South America and Europe that are here for whatever reason, because Richmond is a great city. And they all dance salsa. And whether you speak Spanish or not, you could go to Japan and dance salsa.
Everybody thinks, here's the thing. Certain things are universal.
Yep.
Everybody thinking they can dance salsa at a wedding or somewhere. Everybody thinks that they can do it. Some version of it, which most of the time is not very good, but people are going to run out on the dance floor and do a twirl or two.
And that's the whole point.
Okay, that's what y'all say.
I think it is. I think it is.
Salsa is an art form, like any dancing. Like back in the day in 19 blah blah blah, I used to be a b-boy, and I used to dance, do break dancing.
Back in the day, what was
19 blah 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 blah. Yeah. I don't want to say 76 or 70 something,
But those are some good times back then.
Oh yeah, good time. A lost generation in New York.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand that time. Yeah, yes.
So I just lost my train of thought. But anyway, it's a dance form, and because it's an art form, you can dance however you want. Now, obviously, salsa, and I use this as an example, Argentine tango, for example, they're all street dances. But you take those types of dances and you bring it into the studio, so you could then teach people how to enjoy themselves. Now, there's one thing I want to say about salsa, because there's a lot of confusion about this. When you ask salsa people where salsa comes from, people say, oh, it comes from Cuba. No, it comes from Puerto Rico. Actually, it comes from New York. So salsa is a New York thing,
What part of New York?
I was born in Brooklyn, raised in Manhattan.
My wife's from Manhattan. She's from the Lower East Side. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So on the mic with Mike, ESPN Richmond, we are here, as always, say the microphone ain't free. Plus my grandkids need stuff. We got to go away for a break. We'll be back shortly.
Hi, I'm Tom Childry, the credit into Fusion Hub, where business, culture, and community come together in Richmond, Virginia.
I'm Chris Mayfield, host and founder of Profusion Consulting. We empower your organization to be its best. Catch us on ESPN 106.1 every Thursday morning, 6 a.m.
Do you want highly engaged employees that bring in more revenue and improve your profit margin? Tune in to Fusion Hub with Profusion Consulting's Chris Mayfield, Thursday mornings at 6 on ESPN 106.1.
I'm Jerry Howard with E4 Leadership and Business Coaching. Have you ever wondered why you can't get close to your employees or they'll start slacking off? Have you ever wondered why people just won't do their job? Well, at E4 Leadership and Business Coaching, we are change agents. We drive culture shifts by implementing a language of leadership that bridges the gap between carpet people, also known as leadership, and where the rubber meets the road. If you got interest in speaking with us, check out our website at Ephesians4U.com. That's Ephesians, like in the Bible, the number 4, the letter U.com. I look forward to speaking with you.
On Point Prints is Churchill's local screen printing shop. We offer hand screen printed products such as t-shirts, hoodies, and tote bags. We're more than just a local screen printing shop. We're on a mission to provide job training and employment to youth from Richmond's East End and offer the highest quality screen printing at affordable prices. Visit onpointprintsrva.com for more information.
The champ is here. The champ is here.
Mike King is ESPN Richmond, the champ of Business Talk Radio. ESPN Richmond 106.1 part. This is Mike King. This is part of the Mike King Biz Radio Network, coming to you from the ESPN studios. That is 5 to 7 a.m. Monday to Friday. The Choice 105.3 every day from Monday to Sunday. That's where we are from 2 to 3, as well as International Business Growth Radio. Mike King, I got the man in the building. William Estamata is here. He is here with all of the Stop the Madness, because there's some madness going out there. But he rolled in with Salsa Guy Richmond. He's out there. All right, let me get the Salsa Guy Richmond voice once again. And where can people find you on a weekly basis?
Ladies and gentlemen, you can find me at salsarichmond.com, where salsarichmond.com.
You know what?
Stop the madness.
He can't come back no more because after he pulls out that
He's a
voice,
done deal, huh?
after I feel like, man, what am I thinking? Why do I sound like
That's
this?
pretty good. That's pretty good.
That is good. All righty. So you guys are here about a very important day. Let's talk about that again.
Yes. Saturday, the 26th of March, we are celebrating the first National Day of Salsa here in Richmond, Virginia. It will take place at Hardywood Park Brewery, and this is going to be in the Richmond location. They have two of them, one in Swift Creek, but this is the one in Richmond. It's a beautiful place where you could fit 250 people. And starting at 4 o'clock on Saturday, we have free lessons for people that don't know how to play the congas. And I don't know about you guys, but when I listen to the salsa music and I'm air hitting the congas, and I have a pair of congas at home and I just go at it and play and enjoy myself. But now everybody has a chance to be able to learn to do those, to play the congas for free. Then after that, we're going to be teaching dance lessons for children. So if you wanted to have your kids to learn how to do salsa or to see if they have any rhythm at all, bring them over. Josie Miranda and myself will be teaching the class. Now, when it comes to salsa, there's different styles, and we have two styles of salsa we're going to be teaching. Salsa in 2, salsa in 1. What's the difference?
Yes, I was getting ready to ask, what's the difference?
Very good question, and you'll find out when you go to the class. Just kidding. It's a matter of styles, whether you start with the first beat of the music or the second beat of the music. I teach on the first beat of the music, which is the easiest way. And after that, we have a dance competition. In the dance competition will be first prize, second, and third with cash prizes of 300, 200, and 100. And to recognize our buddy DJ Aduro will be a People's Award. And after that, we have,
well, we're going to have a tremendous performance. I mean, a performance that we got. So Easy La Enfermera de la Salsa was at the Richmond Wine Station, I think about 3 or 4 months ago, something like that. She gave an amazing performance. It was such amazing that the people were, hey, you know, when is she going to come back down here? So we decided, hey, NDS RVA, let's work something out. And bam, we bring in her because of a popular demand. And also the same thing with Pablo Perez, el alcalde de la salsa. He came down for the Veterano Salsero that we spoke about that, which is celebrating Veterans Day with a Latin twist, celebrating Veterans Day with a Latin twist. So of course, we're also going to be doing the same thing come for 2022, Veterano Salseros, which is again celebrating veterans with a Latin twist. And also Edwin El Calvito, who's also a veteran. So you got Pablo Perez, el alcalde de la salsa, that's a veteran. You got Easy La Enfermera de la Salsa, who's active duty, a nurse up in DC.
Okay.
And Edwin El Calvito Reyes, who's also veteran.
So let me ask you guys, when you had this dream, everybody has dreams. How do you put that together and make this happen?
I'm going to say it was chemistry and fate, because this gentleman contacted me about 2 years ago, whatever, or actually before the pandemic. And I always had him back in my mind. We're supposed to meet on a coffee and something happened. It didn't happen. And I'm like, you know, I got something about this guy. Let me give him a call. So I give him a call and I said,
listen, stop.
No.
He does not stop. When he gets your name, it's over. It's a wrap.
It's a done deal.
And I said, you know what? Let me give this guy a call because I just got good vibes about him. Then I found out he was a veteran like myself. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I was looking for a backup DJ, but he told me, I really want to do events. I'm like, buddy, me too. So we've been working together, putting these events. Right now, like I said, we have 2 of them, the National Day of Salsa and the ones for the veterans in November.
So for people who are not in the mix, the salsa movement here is kind of a big thing. You guys have a community.
There is a community here in salsa. It's a big one. But when you compare the population of Richmond, it's a small percentage.
Okay.
But I'm going to say, if you were to add everybody who's doing salsa, whether they're taking lessons or they're participating in events, it should be about 1,000 people or so. And that's just my opinion.
But what it does, it brings people together.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And those are people that dance. I'm a dance instructor. I also work for the state, and I do a bunch of other stuff. And I have groups that do folk dancing or whatever. And I get calls almost every week to do presentations in different places. And talking about presentations, during the National Day of Salsa, one of my groups that are dancing Cuban salsa, which is salsa rueda. For those of you who don't know what that is, think about salsa square dancing, where somebody makes a calls out the call, and people do a move. We'll be doing that, and that's what's actually going to kick off the dance.
So there's a salsa with, like back in the day where we all used to have to take square dancing, like do-si-do your partner.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
All righty. ESPN, we got Salsa Guy Richmond here. We got William Estameta, otherwise known as Stop the Madness. So we're coming to you from the ESPN studios. With this event right here, what would a win look like for you? Like when this is all said and done, what would you want it to achieve?
Well, truly what we definitely want to achieve is that to show the world that the city of Richmond it's big in diversity. And the events that we got going on the Richmond Wine Station, if you go there on a Saturday, the amazing diversity it's not just Latinos. It's just that's why I always say the city of Richmond is rich. To me is like the global lead in diversity, which why we doing these events. And when we did like Veteranos Salseros, there was a very little number of Latinos that were there, but the amount of people that were there is just amazing, which is why we want to keep leading the footprint as a diversity culture here in the city of Richmond.
And the date on the event, once again,
that's going to be March the 26th, Saturday.
Because we're going to be together over at the Choice. Shout out to the Choice 105.3. Okay. That's my afternoon home. That's where you can find us there. It's me, my partners. We're there talking about business, life, everything in between, how business can help society be better. But these gentlemen are going to be over at the Choice with us on March the 25th, right?
That is correct.
There you go. Go ahead.
I just want to say something. When I'm teaching my lessons, one of the things I say is, my name is Angel Alberto Rodriguez Serrano, but you could call me Angel Alberto Rodriguez Serrano. And people go like, what the, right? So,
That's what I was getting ready to say.
And I got an entire skit about that. So when we say Easy, la enfermera de la salsa means the nurse of salsa, because she's an active duty nurse. When we talk about Edwin El Calvito Reyes, El Calvito is the bald guy.
Yeah.
So when we talk about Pablo Perez, el alcalde de la salsa, that means the mayor of Salsaville.
He was in Pennsylvania. I think it was it was in New Jersey. He was in one of the cities. He was a mayor in New Jersey.
And he's the mayor of Salsaville.
Yeah.
Now he's the mayor of Salsaville now.
I'm sure. That's how you do it. All right, so we got Mike here, Salsa Guy Richmond. William is here. How can people find you out there to talk about what you do when you're not promoting this event?
You could go to salsarichmond.com. And if you want to know more about the National Day of Salsa, you could go to salsarichmond.com/NDS. Anything you want to know about dancing, I don't care whether it be foxtrot, waltz, swing, or whatever, make sure you go to salsarichmond.com.
Now, this man says he can help anybody.
Anybody.
William, really quickly, how can people find you?
Well, you can find me on hashtag Stop the Man is Latino on all social media platforms. Just hashtag Stop the Man is Latino, and that's it. You'll find me.
ESPN Richmond, Mike King, Williams, Salsa Guy Richmond. We got to go. Take care, ladies and gentlemen.
Yo, your voice.